Hello again. Last time the ending was kind of abrupt. I didn't really finish everything. I didn't really have a choice. I was recording when I only had like about an hour before I had to leave again, so anyway, I'm gonna talk to the blacksmith.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city. Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
Can I sign on as an apprentice with a different master?
The other masters may well approve, but I will only give you my approval when you first prove that you're good for something.
Well, that's a pretty tall order there. Bring down an orc. Trust me, you cannot do that this early in the game. And then here's the final master over here, the alchemist.
Hey, you!
What
Hey,
do you want?
you!
I'm not giving anything away.
Oh, what next in the line of constant interruptions? Alright, gonna talk to him some more.
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you going to sign up?
I want to sign on with one of the other masters.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval? As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
So he really doesn't
Can
care.
I sell you some herbs?
If you have any to offer.
I'm in need of healing.
Why? Are you injured?
Yes.
Go to Vatras then. He'll patch you up all right. And stop bleeding over my floor, please.
Sorry.
Show me your wares.
He doesn't really have much to sell. Some recipes, but he doesn't have any plants for some reason. If you wanted to become his apprentice, you would need to bring him one of basically every kind of plant in the world. Excuse me. In the world. I mean, not every single one. There are some like really minor ones that he doesn't care about, like wild berries or something. Why is it lagging so much? Like, I don't understand. This game isn't really like, you know, hardware exhausting or whatever you would say. I'm thinking I got something in the background that's just really fucking shit up. But since this episode is pretty much gonna mostly be me introducing you guys to the city, then I guess it's not a big deal. Here's Vatras. Yeah. And we've talked to all the masters so far. They all gave us kind of a job.
And there arose all.
Let's talk to him.
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me?
I think if you were to read that message and unseal it, you would get less
This is an
experience.
important message you're bringing me.
It's not really that
Wonder
important to
how you
read.
got hold of this letter.
I honestly can't remember what it says, but tell him it's from
I got
Cavalorn.
it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
You have to be totally honest with him here, otherwise he's gonna, like, kind of shrug you off, and I'm not sure how you can recover from that, because this is pretty important. But anyway.
A large army
Just
is
be honest.
gathering as we talk,
just
led by dragons
play
and
it safe.
determined to conquer the country.
Nothing bad
Dragons?
comes of it.
You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
Got talents from Zardos.
Zardos, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
Former convict.
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former
Sudden
prisoner
German.
who has been told by Zardas,
It
the
occasionally happens.
necromancer,
They accidentally
that dragons
leave in the
have
German
come
subtitles.
to conquer the country, and you have come to report this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the Ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the Ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the Ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
You can argue that you defeated the Sleeper and brought down the barrier. He won't really believe either one, so just go with this.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
Yes?
you should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The Ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust.
Hey Laris, remember
He
him?
will help you.
I shall do that.
There's 3 communities on this island, which are the mercenaries, the militia, and the fire mages. Obviously the mercenaries and the militia are pretty much like the mercenaries in the old camp of Gothic 1 respectively. Then the fire mages, I mean, if you joined...
Wait! If you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
The fire mages, I mean, in the last game, if you joined either the new camp or the old camp, then in due time you would have the opportunity to become a mage. This one kind of adds them as a separate faction entirely. If you looked at the dialogue options, you may have seen I could actually give him this stone tablet I have. Not that one. This one. I don't want to do that yet, because there's actually a quest to give him to someone else later. and I'd rather just hold on to them. No one else around here is really that important to talk to. You could go down there. Oh,
Hey, you, wait.
Yeah, about
you
this
look
guy.
familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
he's got the same wanted poster that I got from the bandits near Zardos.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
Basically, when I play this game, like, I know a lot of people still think, I honestly had no idea I could get up here, but it's not a big deal. Like, most people think Gothic 1 is better. Personally, I think this is just a much more polished version of Gothic 1. It feels much the same, but the controls are better, the graphics are better. It's the same engine, just modified. Voice acting in general is a little bit better. It is a... I'm not sure what it is, but, like, it seems that this game doesn't use, like, the full potential of your, what's it called, video card. And that's why, like, it seems to lag, even though you have a video card plenty powerful enough to run it. And I've read up on it, and it seems to be a problem with ATI video cards or whatever, which is what my laptop has.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
And I've heard some supposed fixes that are supposed to help it. None of them have worked, so we kind of have to deal with it. I think it might just be a perpetual thing. Anyway, there's about to be a fight, so I'll show you how to fight NPCs early on in the game. They have a kind of nature you can exploit, but it doesn't really apply to NPCs later on who don't have the same, like, AI scheme. They're a bit harder to fight.
I don't know you. What do you want here? Are you headed for the tavern?
I can't believe that.
Yes, do you mind?
From my opinion.
You've got no business here, Runt.
There've been all kinds of rumors. Where did you pick that up then?
Calm down. All I want to do is drink a beer.
There've been all kinds of
Okay, but it'll cost you 50 gold pieces to get in.
believe everything you hear. I'm in enough trouble as it is.
It can't go on like this.
Forget it. You won't get a single coin.
Forever.
Then I'll take everything you have. As soon as you're lying on the ground in front of me.
So, you either have to pay or fight. See, the way he kind of does that, like, running swing, it's a bit easy to step around. The problem is, sometimes he just goes so far past you, like, God, the frame rate is just a piece of shit. Oh shit, he got me. They can't always, sometimes, yeah, see, sometimes they can turn in the middle of the swing. That is fucked up, man.
it your all.
Oh my god, this is bad. I gotta figure out some kind of fix for this shit. Oh, he got me. I'm gonna reload because I don't have another chance to fight him. And he's gonna steal all my money and my weapon. The frame rate wasn't so bad that it might go a bit better. I mostly blame just the short range of my weapon. If I had a weapon with more range, I'd try that. But this knife is really all I have. Actually, I have a pickaxe. Let's try that.
Do you really think?
As much.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it is.
Yeah, see, there was that option in the last menu, which made it seem like you could just escape the conversation. It doesn't work.
I see.
You have to pay or fight.
Maybe that would be a problem.
No, that didn't reach. Got him.
A fight.
Oh, I just stabbed him with a pickaxe.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Shit, that really hurt.
Slug him.
Oh god.
Don't stop now.
Actually, this trick might be better.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
You can hit it. If you're far enough back, he'll try to do that swing and just backstep and hit him when he's in the middle of it. We'll interrupt it. Now I'm kind of stuck though.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Show him.
Yeah, this'll work. Oh, that was close. I couldn't quite see.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
the
god.
ticket.
Don't stop now.
Atta boy.
Got him.
Put down that weapon. That wasn't so hard.
Alright, so I guess that trick is a bit better. It's just, it keeps you in range, so it's a bit more of a risk. Alright, cool it, bro. I ain't trying to fuck with you. I wonder why the battle music's still playing. Alright, it stopped.
We'll see about that.
All right, you win. What do you want?
Well, that's that. Excuse me. I just had something like get caught in my throat somehow. You can ask him like details about the harbor city here, or the harbor area. Here's the bartender. You can haggle with him
How are
for
things?
If you
information.
want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I wouldn't have done that.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Let's wait and see what happens.
There,
I'll
you can
give you
haggle.
no more than 5 for your information.
What? 5 gold pieces? Are you trying to ruin me? Let's make it 7.
You can actually talk him down to 6.
No, it doesn't work that way. Let's say 6.
You're a scoundrel, you know that? Well, if you insist, let's say 6 gold pieces for each piece of information.
That guy should take a lesson from Pawn Stars. Doesn't know how to haggle. He can't jump to the halfway point in the second offer. He said 10, I said 5. He immediately went to 7. That was foolish. I bet I could haggle better than him. There are more people down there. Actually, there's Lara's down here somewhere. I'm going to talk to him really quick, and then I actually think I'm going to stop. I don't know why I started to do this, because I'm not really in the mood for it.
That's nothing as much.
But I'll do more tomorrow.
I must be crazy.
You
What are
crazy
you doing
old fuck.
here?
Excuse me, god damn it.
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel, how did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
Of course I remember Lee.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of
He
the
was
colony
the
with him
leader
just
of
after
mercenaries.
The barrier was destroyed.
The
He and his
ex-general
boys are now on
of
the
King
farm of Unos,
Robar.
the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
Never asked you that. Do you really think it know that?
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
Get so worked up.
What do you want to know?
You should really didn't deserve that.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
I have to warn you guys, there are a few places that
It's quite simple. You
Laris
leave the
can lead you.
seaport by the east gate, and then follow
And,
the path towards the east.
there is some bug where if
I
he
can take
leads
there if
you,
you want.
I don't know what place it is, but if he leads you to one place first, you'll bug it out so he won't actually be able to lead you anywhere else. I don't know how to fix it. Basically, there's... Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm terribly sorry for that. There is one mission where he leads you out into the deep woods, and that's where you're really going to need him. So if you want to avoid the bug, I recommend just not having him lead you anywhere until then.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them. Most of them are ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them, you won't get far. If you're squeamish, you don't have a chance of joining them.
Why
You
aren't
know, none of this is really important. He's just saying, like, he's keeping an eye on the harbor because Lee wants to make sure that no ships leave without him knowing about it, so he can hopefully get all his mercenaries escape to the mainland.
Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
Yeah, there's some lag in the conversations here.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
You know, I think if you do that one, if you follow him to the water mages, then you'll be safe. It's if he leads you to the mercenaries, then he won't be available to do any of the rest. But don't hold me to that. I recommend you just wait.
I can take the ornament there for you.
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I can't talk about that. Vatras would have my head.
About those missing people. Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast. But not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from the town and the surroundings. Pretty random events, though. Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we finally stumble across a clue.
Isn't this a case for the militia?
The militia is pretty useless if you ask me. They're never going to clear this up. The missing people have just vanished into thin air.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Corinus. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water. So keep this to yourself.
Roger.
Sure.
Yep.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me. But the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
Yeah.
I
You
see.
can get some details, they're not important. I hope you guys don't mind, but I kind of want to save time with this LP because I know that in the end it's probably going to be longer than Gothic 1 was. And, you know, that took me all summer to do. Let's do this one.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet. But you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to
Does
the
anyone
Ring
else
of
notice
Water.
that he's like,
If you wear my
his
ring,
eyes aren't
the
straight?
rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf.
If you're watching high quality and like,
Get someone to take over
Put it in
my
full
duties
screen,
so that
you
I
might
can
notice
take
his
the ornament
eyes-
back.
they're not
One of us is
cross-eyed, they're
always
like the
keeping an eye
opposite
on
where
the
they're
marketplace, but I don't know whose
I don't
turn
know.
it is.
Facing
You had better go
two
talk
outward
to all those
directions.
standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
Alright.
Vatras said you could help me
Like I
join
said,
a
I'm gonna
community.
join the fire mages.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
The fire magicians.
I bet Vatras didn't foresee that, or he wouldn't have sent you to me. Joining the monastery is expensive. Those boys won't even let you in unless you pay them a tribute. And the only one who could do anything about that is Vatras himself. You had better talk to him again about this.
That's basically everything important. We'll be back to see him again, so don't worry. Hopefully, next time I do this, I can resolve whatever is slowing down my computer so much. You can ask him for help where he will try to provide weapons, armor, and money. None of those really work out. Like, I mean, I've shown you how to get the armor, which is the same armor he would recommend, and he doesn't really help you get any weapons. And if you what am I trying to say? If you use his method to get money, he just basically tells you to borrow from the moneylender and he'll take care of it. If you do that, you kind of miss out on a quest, I think. It's actually a quest I've never done, so I'm not really sure. That's pretty much all I wanted to do for this episode. I just wanted to talk to a few people. So I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat.
I'm staying out of it.
Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how, basically, I'm using that word too much. I'm going to go through most of the initiation procedures for each of the 3 factions for 2 reasons. One is, since this is kind of a walkthrough, I'm just showing you guys how to do everything in like the easiest way that I can think of. And 2, you get a lot more experience if you do all this, and you don't have to join a faction immediately. They'll, like, once you go through all the initiation stuff, they'll tell you, like, do you want to join or not, and you can be like, I'll think about it. Then you can just join whichever one you choose, and that's usually what I do. Because you get like a lot of extra experience for doing all that. And the militia is the easiest to get into. The mod, I mean not the mod, the expansion actually makes it easier to get into all 3 communities. But it's kind of pointless for them to make it easier to get into the militia, because all you need to do to get accepted into militia is to get a job in town with one of the master craftsmen, which is something you want to do anyway, regardless of what faction you choose. So it's a bit stupid for them to do that. Anyway, that's just about everything. Really, the main reason I don't want to play right now is because I know my roommate's gonna walk in any second, kind of interrupt everything, and we'll do more tomorrow. See you guys later.